Hello crocheters, and welcome back to my channel Creatively Purple. I'm Carolyn, and today's lesson is going to be how to crochet corner to corner, also known as c2c. Now the corner to corner is a technique that works just as it sounds. You crochet little blocks at a diagonal and you're increasing each row by one block until your project is as tall and as wide as you need it to be, at which point you will start to decrease each row. Now each block consists of 4 double crochets. So we have here 1, 2, 3, and then our 4th double crochet is the chain 3. So to start this project, you are going to start with a slip knot. Be sure to leave yourself a tail so that you can weave it in to your project. You're going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll then yarn over and you're going to insert your hook into the 4th chain from the hook, and you're going to do a double crochet. So you're going to chain 6, yarn over, and do a double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Insert and complete your double crochet. In the next 2 chains, you're going to do a double crochet. So here's 1 and 2. And here is our first block. Now we're going to do row 2, so we need to increase. So we're going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to yarn over and we're going to put a double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Insert and complete your double crochet. We're going to put a double crochet into the next 2 chains. So here's 1 and 2. Now that we have our second block, we need to attach our blocks. So to do that, we're just going to insert our hook into this chain space to attach. So I'm just going to insert and create a slip stitch. And now I've attached the blocks. I now need to create another block for our row 2. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to put 3 double crochets into that chain space. So 1 double crochet, 2, and 3. Now we have another full block. Now we have our first block from row 1 and our 2 blocks for row 2. Now we need to increase once more to create our 3rd row. So we're going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to put a double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. Insert and complete the double crochet. There's 1, and then once more in the 2 chains, we're going to put a double crochet. So here's 1 and 2. We need to attach our block again. So in the top of this block, we're going to insert our hook and we're going to create a slip stitch. Now that it's attached, we need to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to put 3 double crochets into that chain space. So here's 1 double crochet, oops, 2 double crochets, and our 3rd double crochet. Now we have 2 blocks, and now we're going to insert our hook into that chain space at the top of the block and create our slip stitch. And now that they're attached, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and this will complete our 3rd block for our 3rd row. So here's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, and 3. Now that we have our 3 blocks for our 3rd row, now we need to start our 4th row. So we're going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to yarn over and we're going to do a double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and complete the double crochet. And then again in the next 2 chains, we're going to do a double crochet. There's 1 and 2, and we're going to repeat these steps until you've reached your desired length. So now we need to attach our block again. So we're going to go in the top of the block and we're going to create our slip stitch, and we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, and then put 3 double crochets into that chain space. So here's 1, 2, and 3. We're going to attach our block, so into that chain space, create a slip stitch, and now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and now 3 double crochets in that chain space. So here's 1, 2, and 3. We're going to attach our block. So we're going to go into that chain space and we're just going to do a slip stitch. And now we need to do our last and 4th block. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do 3 double crochets into that chain space. So here's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, and 3. And now we have 4 blocks for our 4th row. So now I'm going to show you how to decrease. So to decrease, here at the top, we have our stitches. You can see our V's here. So what we're going to do is we're going to insert a slip stitch across. So we're going to do 1, 2, and 3. So we do 3 slip stitches, and now we're here at the chain space to do our next block. So what I do is I insert my hook, I create a slip stitch, and then I chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And now I'm going to do 3 double crochets into that chain space. Here's 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to attach my block, create the slip stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put 3 double crochets into that chain space. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Attach the block, create your slip stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to put 3 double crochets into that chain space. So here's 1, 2 double crochets, and 3 double crochets. Now we're going to attach our block and we're going to create a slip stitch. And because I'm not increasing, I don't need to add another block on the top here. So instead, I'm going to just turn my work, and I'm going to put a slip stitch into the stitches. And so I'm going to put 1, 2, and 3. And then once again, I'm going to insert my hook into that chain space in the block, and I'm just going to create a slip stitch, and I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put 3 double crochets into that chain space. So here's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, and 3 double crochets. I'm going to attach my block, create a slip stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, put 3 double crochets into that chain space. So here's 1, 2, and 3. And now I'm going to attach my block. So I'm going to create a slip stitch, and I'm going to turn my work, and I'm going to add my 4 slip stitches. So here's 1, 2, 3, and then 1 inside the chain space, and then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Create my last block. So here's the first double crochet, second double crochet, and third double crochet. And now I'm going to attach my block, create a slip stitch, and now, as you can see, I'm in the middle of my project, but I want to be at the end of my project. To do that, I'm going to turn my work, and I'm just going to put a slip stitch till I reach the end of the row. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to put my last slip stitch in the chain space, and 4. And now you have completed your corner to corner project. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It'd be greatly appreciated. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified for my upcoming videos. And until next time, happy hooking!